Hi and welcome to my latest video with mistakes included. Right, so we'll do this again. So doc type HTML. People say you can do that, doc type HTML, or leave it out, but I just put it in. So head tag this time, a script tag, and this time we'll put in a function, which is a keyword in JavaScript. So function, and we'll call it my function. So you can call it anything you want basically, but we'll call it my function, and you need these two brackets or it won't work. And then we need parentheses. You get that with shift and the key next to the P. Parentheses, open and closing parentheses. I call them parentheses, people call them brackets, but whatever your preference, I don't know. So we need another space, so document, which is HTML, get element by ID. I get fed up of me saying that soon. So demo dot inner HTML. So basically what we're going to do is change the paragraph. So we're going to make a paragraph and we're going to change it. So I'll show you how. So paragraph changed. You can do a lot with JavaScript once you know how to work it. So as I say, don't forget your semicolon. I know, I don't know how it never worked the first time, the last time I mean. Just don't forget your semicolon. Make sure you've got semicolon, you've got one of them at the end, and then we've got a closing script tag, but we're putting it in the head this time. Sometimes it goes in the body, sometimes it's in the head. So if you don't put it in the script tags, it won't work. So a closing head, because we've got an open head, an open body. So we're going to have a paragraph in the body and show you exactly how this works. So H2, a closing H2. Right, so demo JavaScript in the head tag. I'll put head tag, right, which is here, the head tag. So closing head tag and an open head tag. Right, so and then you put it within the head tag. So H2 demo JavaScript in the head tag. Right, now we're going to have a paragraph, and we're going to change this paragraph with JavaScript. So demo a paragraph, or we can just use, actually no, we'll just call it D, right, for simple. I'm just going to call it D. So the ID is D. There's no demo anymore, right? So I've just changed it just to make it simpler, in case you don't understand demo. Right, so button type, you can make it A, you can make it D, you can make it C, you can make it F, G, J, G, H, I, J, K, and make it any letter in the alphabet if you want, but as long as it links to the ID of get button, get document by ID. If that D or C or whatever you make it links to that, then it will do it. If it doesn't link to that, whatever's in here, whatever's in there, no, wait a minute, whatever's in here, then it won't work. So basically what you're doing is you're getting HTML, which is document dot get element by ID, and then you're looking for ID like in CSS, the same as you get classes and IDs in CSS. It's the same example, but different in JavaScript, if you understand what I mean. Hopefully you do. If you don't, then leave a comment and I'll explain it if I can. So as I say, just make sure D is in there and no demo, because they've got demo to match, so that'll work in theirs, but no in mine, because I've got D. I've just put D for simple, to make it easier. So type equals button again, button, then space on click equals, and this is where the JavaScript comes in, as we called my function up in the head. So we're going to link my function, and you need these two brackets. Now don't forget the two brackets. No, the two brackets. These two brackets. Because if you don't have the two brackets with my function or whatever you've called your function, so basically this is like a keyword in JavaScript, function. So when you're setting this up, you would make it function. So to call something, like, I don't know, call, so say you're naming something, you would name it function, and then the name you would give it is whatever you give it, like my function fruit, whatever, anything you want, fruit, my fruit, and it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you've got that, my function, and the two brackets, and then parentheses, and in between the parentheses you got document.getElementID, that matches demo, and that matches demo, and that matches my function, then it'll all work. But as I say, don't forget the two brackets that go with it, that calls it. Press me, I'm going to change mine. They've got it try me, but I'm going to just put mine press me, right? So closing body, closing HTML, excuse me, right, run. I'm going to say mine doesn't work, but it does. Right, so I hope you get the gist of that. If you don't, as I say, leave a comment below and I'll see if I can help. So I'm going to take all that away, put mine down, run it, and it doesn't work. Yeah. Now, so it worked the first time, so why is it not working now? See what I mean? See what I mean by what I was talking about? Fan, dabby, fucking dozy, yabba, dabba, do. So as I say, it's doc type HTML, head, in the head you've got script tags. Function is just a function, it's just a keyword in JavaScript basically that you use to call something. So you use function and you call it whatever name you call it, as I say, my fruit, my head, whatever you want to call it. But just make sure you get these two brackets, because I'll tell you, these I'll not say what I was going to say, but these annoyed me. So don't let them annoy you. So just remember, my function, or whatever you've called the function, with two brackets, parentheses, or whatever if you want to call them parentheses and you want to call them brackets, I don't call them. I call them brackets and I call them parentheses. So whatever you've got on your keyboard or whatever you want to call it, then just have they two in that order. And then inside, so what you're doing is function, my function, like in JavaScript it's an if statement or a loop, an internal loop, or I'm getting into detail here, but I'll run through loops later on for you. But the new, we're just running through a function which is naming something. So naming my function, document.getElementById again, and as I say, as long as whatever's in here matches up with what you've called the IDs, like CSS, and then D becomes the same and they link together, and then when you click on press me, which is the button, type equals button on click, so when somebody on clicks the button, my function will run with the brackets. So I've got press me, so press me, and then it changes to paragraph change, which we've done up here in our HTML, and then we want it to equal paragraph changed. So when we press that button, it says paragraph changed. Whoa, yabba dabba do, it works. That's like putting the light bulb off and on. Oh man, it's so satisfying when it works. But see, when it doesn't, as you noticed, it's annoying. Okay, thanks for watching my latest video. Right, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye.